What's up, boys and girls? It's Bruno here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my deck that I got first place undefeated last night, and this deck is Cyber Dragon, as you guys know from the description as well. And as well, I'm just going to show you guys how powerful this deck is. I was able to go through Nibiru's, through, I don't know, like hand traps, you name it. I was able to go through them and still do like a really decent game and win the game. My matchups were, the first one was Dragon Link, and then second match was against Altergeist, and then my last match was actually Grand Maju rank 8 deck, which is really good because it locks you out of a lot of stuff, and it's just a really scary deck, honestly. I also uploaded the video, so it should be right here on the top of the video as well. You guys can see the video. But let's go into the deck, and I'm going to show you guys how powerful this is and the things that I've done to play against the meta and other decks that you guys could face. So let's go into the deck. Okay guys, so let's go into this deck profile. I played 3 Cyber Dragon, obviously. I see some people playing 2. It makes no sense. If you use Machine Duplication and you draw one of those, Machine Duplication is only going to bring you one of these guys. So playing 3 is definitely a way to go. And as well as a free special summon if you're going second. So it's really good as well. Then I play, obviously, 3 Cyber Dragon Core. Core effect's really good. It's a mandatory effect on his summon that you can search for a Cyber Spell Trap card from your deck to your hand, and that gives you a lot of power. It's a +1. You can go into links already from link ones. So Cyber Dragon Core is really useful in this deck. And as well has a good effect on Graveyard that if you control no monsters and your opponent does, you can banish him from your Graveyard and special summon any Cyber Dragon monster from your deck, which you can go into Nashter and like full combos, which I'm going to explain in a second. 2 Cyber Dragon Hers. Hers effect is really good. When sent to the graveyard, you can add an OG Cyber Dragon from your deck to your hand, or any Cyber Dragon monster from your graveyard to your hand, which means that if you have Core, the OG, or Nashter, you can add those guys to your hand, which is really nice. And then I also play 2 Cyber Dragon Nashter. This guy is insane. When he's summoned, you can target a machine with 21 attack in your graveyard and special summon into your field. After that, you're gonna be locked into machines, but it's good because he just does like full combos well and helps you do a lot of stuff. So that's it for the Cyber Dragon monsters in this deck. And I also play right now 3 Galaxy Soldiers. Galaxy Soldier is an insane card. Galaxy Soldier plus Hers, it's pretty much a infinity into your board without having to worry about Nibiru, and you can chain block a lot of stuff as well, so it's cool. And it's also searchable by the Cyber Emergency spell card. Also I play 1 Kaiju. I'm not gonna try to pronounce his name, it's the machine one. You can summon like getting out of a strong monster from your opponent, and then you can contact fusion since he's a machine. So it's a little nice combo that you can use in this deck. I also play obviously the Dragoon package. Makes this deck so much more strong. 2 Omni Gates in your field. Your opponent's not going to stand a chance in hand traps, so yeah, it's good. Then hand traps right now. I play 3 Ash Blossom. Probably the best hand trap right now in the meta. You can literally stop the whole combo like just by ashing like the right thing. So you gotta make sure that you're gonna do it on the right way. And then I also play 3 Drawing Lockbirds. Drawing Lockbirds is insane. They literally make your opponent pass turn. It's kind of like a maxi, but like not really. But your opponent not gonna be able to add cards from the deck to their hand. And nowadays, like Drytrons and like all the other decks, draw really hurts them. So for sure, main that. Then I play 3 Effect Veilers. Just negate opponent's monsters. If they go, I'm saying more like about Drytron, but any deck, this is really good. Effect Veiler just negate monsters effect. We need monsters nowadays, unless you're playing freaking Mystic Mine, and then you gotta go for the back row. But Effect Veiler is really good. So that's it for now for the hand trap. I still have a few more, like I'm gonna show you guys. So I play right now 3 Cyber Emergency. Like I say, this guy right here, you can add a light machine monster that cannot be normal summon or set, or 1 Cyber Dragon monster. So you can search any of the small Cyber Dragons, and if this guy is negated the activation, you can discard a card and add this back to your hand so you can activate it again, which is really nice to discard cards as well on Cyber Dragon. Then 2 more searches. I have Cyber Repair Plan. This is the one that you can add the Kaiju or the Galaxy Soldiers and your Light Machine monsters from your deck to your hand. So this card is really essential, but the only thing that you gotta make sure is that you have a Cyber Dragon in your graveyard to activate this effect. So yeah, just be careful with that, don't misplay. Now I play 2 machine duplications. I will play 3. I feel like it's a little breaky. It's a situation that if it comes to you, it's good. If it doesn't, like, you don't want to get that late game, because then all your Cyber Dragons are out of the deck already. But at the beginning, this thing right here plus literally like any small Cyber Dragon, like especially this guy, it's a full game board. So really good stuff. Then I play 2 Overload Fusions. Overload Fusion, it's insane. You can banish Cyber Dragons from your graveyard, special summon Fusion monsters from your extra deck. So you don't have to do anything from your field. You can use monsters from your field, but using from the graveyard is when you're gonna plus the most. Then for the single spells right now, I play 1 Call by the Grave for protection, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster for back row removal, because we do have space in this deck, and I play 1 Red Eyes Fusion for obviously Dragoon. That's it for the spells. Let's go right now. I play 2 Imperms and 1 Cybernetic Overflow. This guy is searchable, which makes this card insane, because if you do have 3 Cyber Dragons with different levels in your graveyard, you can literally banish 3 to pop 3 cards if on control. Popping 3 is a really good effect. I'm not gonna lie, people just like start doing like full boards, activate, pop 3, they're like pass, yeah. And Imperms, obviously for negate, 2 more effective veilers, but in trap format. So good stuff. And I always activate this on the middle plays, because most of the people just like muscle memory activate stuff in the middle, and if you activate this to negate a monster effect, you can also negate a trap card or like spell or whatever. So always put in the middle row, it's always good. I mean, unless if you know they have something that you want to negate. So let's go into the extra deck. That's it for the main deck, 40 cards by the way. So for the extra deck, I played 2 Cyber Dragon Novas. Really important, play 2. If you play 1, you're gonna be like, oh, I wish I had an extra one, and yeah, now you have. So you can do like full combos up again and again. Then obviously we play 2 Cyber Dragon Infinity. Just to remember, if you have a Cyber Dragon in your graveyard, you can detach material to special summon a Cyber Dragon from your graveyard. So this guy extends your combo even more. And if this guy is sent to the graveyard by a opponent's card effect, you can special summon a fusion monster to list Cyber Dragon on its material. So really good. Then Infinity, it's Omni Negate, gains attack equal, it also gains attack equal to the amount of materials that he has times 200. So if you have 2-3 materials, it gains 600, 400, really depends. And then obviously 2 Chimera Attack Rampage Dragon, pops back row. That's all you need to know. If you send 5, if you banish 5 Cyber Dragons from your graveyard to summon this guy, you're gonna pop your whole opponent's back row. And then you can also send Light Machines from your deck to the graveyard to attack equal like twice more times and stuff like that. So you can attack up to 3 times. And if your opponent imperies you while you have this in your field, you can special summon this guy and start doing full combos, because you can add cards from graveyard to hand, like when you send from deck. So you can do a lot of full combos out of this, which is nice. Then I play 2 Chimera Attack Mega Fleet Dragon. This card is insane. Literally, if your opponent has Appaloosa in your field, in his field, you can just summon a normal Cyber Dragon, and then just like fusion, contact fuse using his monsters, and then he's like no response, because no one can respond to that except negate the summoning of this guy, but his monster will be on the graveyard as well. Then I have 1 Chimera Attack Fortress Dragon, which if you're playing against machines, this is busted. You can just like contact fusion like the whole board, your opponent cannot respond to that, so really good. And this guy is actually good, because if you're playing against Zeus, this guy can just like pop Zeus out of the field if they don't really notice about it. That was it for the Cyber Dragon like monsters in the extra deck. I played Dragoon package, obviously, it's needed, it's you gotta play. Really self-explanatory. Anaconda brings Dragoon. Then I play 1 Link Haribo, because you play a lot of level 1s in this deck. Also hand traps a level 1 like Effect Veiler, so you can go into Link Haribo. 1 Salamangreat Almirage, because they both have good effects on graveyard, so you can loop them and just protect yourself a little bit more. IP Masquerina, because you can link into your opponent's turn, and then 1 Appaloosa. I use IP Masquerena normally if I can go into the Cyber Dragon Infinity and I have a Predaplant into the field. So I have that. Before summoning Dragoon, I go into IP Masquerena if I have 2 spare monsters, and then I summon Dragoon. And then in my opponent's turn, if I negate, after that I just go for freaking Appaloosa, and then I have like extra 2 negates. So good stuff. It comes really clutch when it comes, so it's nice. And then for the side deck, I play, it's secret, but I don't care. 3 evenly matched, so it's not a secret anymore. This guy yesterday came in clutch. I was able to bench my whole opponent's board. He had like monster negates, but he did not have trap negates, so this was really awesome. Nibiru's, I also sided them in, and against Dragon Link, this guy was awesome. I was able to pop my opponent's board, and then he was like, yeah, okay, yep, next game. And then also 3 Lancias. This guy saved me against the Grandma Jew deck. Honestly, this is the reason why I won. I sided this M, game 2, I had it, game 3, I had it. I was able to win because of that. Then I also play the Gamma package, so 3 Gammas and 1 driver. It can be bricky if you draw into this, but this guy is the best in a game. It negates and destroys, so, and it summons, so which is really nice. And what I did yesterday was Artifact Lancia, and then Gamma, and then at the end of the turn, this was sent to the graveyard, so if I draw into another one, I could reuse it again, his effect, so which is nice. And then for the last 2 cards, I play Dark Ruler No More. So yeah, negate all opponent's monsters in the field. They can respond with monster effects, and they take no damage, but I mean, you're gonna win the duel, so it doesn't matter. That was it for the main deck, side deck, and extra deck. So I want to show you guys some quick combos that you guys can do and explain why this deck is so good. So let's go into that. Okay, obviously you're gonna have more cards in your hand, but for this combo I'm gonna just use Cyber Dragon Core and Machine Duplication. So what you're gonna do, you're just gonna normal summon Core, activates effect, so you can search. Normally what I would search for like this disruption is Cybernetic Overflow. If you don't want that, you can also add just like the, what's the name? One of those like 2 guys as well, so you have like 3 options to search. I'll go into this because it's better for interruptions. Then this in your hand, you can activate now Machine Duplication, which will allow you to summon 2 more Cyber Dragons into your field. And I forgot to zoom out, so let's do that. Okay, here we go. So right now you have 2 Cyber Dragons, and this is in your graveyard. And then now you can link to go into your Almirage, because he was normal summon. Then you can overlay those 2 for a Nova. Nova effect activates, attach some material, special summon Core. If they decide to Nibiru right now, honestly it's not going to be terrible because you only use 1 card. Since you already have other 3 cards in your hand, you're still going to be fine because you're going to be able to summon your Rampage Dragon. But if they don't Nibiru you right now, honestly, here we go. Just give them the Spicy and summon your Infinity, so you have a negate already. After this, you can link those 2 out for your Verte Anaconda, activate Verte's effect to send, where are you? Here we go, to send your Red Eyes Fusion and your 2 from your deck. And then you can just summon your freaking Dragoon into the field. What I like to do after this, so you're not subjected to any sort of super poly, I activate the effect to suck this in, and now you don't have any more 2 darks in the field, only 1, so it's better. After this, you can set your Cybernetic Overflow, and with that you have 1, 2, 2 negates, you have 2 pops into the field because you have that in your graveyard. You have 2 Cyber Dragons with different levels, and then depending what you have in your hand, you might have hand traps as well. So let's go into a test hand really fast so I can show you guys more about this potential of this deck. Okay, it is recording. I'm gonna be shuffling right now. like I've been doing for the past 2 minutes, so I can unbreak everything. I will normally do a power shuffle. I'm not gonna do it just because time in the video. So cutting a lot, I'll give it to my opponent. It's gonna cut in 3-4 times, doesn't really matter. Then after that, I'm just gonna roll a dice, and that was 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to the bottom of the deck, and then let's draw 5. Let's assume we're going first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I'm not gonna lie, this is not terrible. This is not the greatest thing, but you can do a lot of stuff with this. So let's go into this right now. This is actually like a really good hand. Cyber Emergency, let's assume he has no negates right now. Just like testing. Cyber Dragon Core adds to hand. Normal summon effect to search for a Cyber Repair Plant. Then you can link this away already. So you can summon your Almirage. Okay, Almirage is in the field. Oh, this is in my hand. Activate. So because you have a Cyber Dragon, now you can add another Cyber Dragon from your deck to your hand, which will be hers. Okay, so right now, hers effect, not hers effect, Galaxy Soldier's effect, special, sending to the graveyard. And then you can add a regular Cyber Dragon and 1 Galaxy Soldier. Just to let you guys know, you can chain block to make sure you can add whatever you want to your hand. So since you have 2 effects activating at the same time, you can activate 1, chain 2, and then your opponent can only respond to your hers. In fact, unless it has effective Veiler, and then you can chain 2 Galaxy Soldier. But then you add those 2 to your hand. Right now we have 2 monsters on the board, and you have 5 cards in hand, which you started the same amount, so you +2 so far. Now you can activate Galaxy Soldier's effect, send Cyber Dragon to the graveyard. You can link those 2 for your Nova effect, banish, and it's the Drew, guys. Summons like any Cyber Dragon, and then just go into a negate. Then you can go into this, Verity Anaconda, then pay 2,000, summon Dragoon. You can overextend your combos, like it doesn't really matter, but I'm just doing this so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So right now, here we go, boom, you have your Dragoon, activate effect, boom, you have a lot of cards in hand, set this, and then just pass turn. And as you guys can see, it was a little bit better than the first time that I practiced this, because right now you have 1, 2, and 3 monsters with different levels, so you can pop 3 with this guy right here. Yep, this combo is crazy. You pop 3 cards in your opponent's field, he's gonna quit. I'm sure of that. Popping 3 cards hurts a lot. It hurts bad. And then you have Omnigate and then another Omnigate, and then you cannot be super polyed because you have different attributes, different types. It's not matching. You had a Harpy's Feather Duster. If you're going second, you can just bait negates with this. And then you have extra Galaxy Soldier if things don't go as well as planned. But anyway, as you guys can see, this deck is really consistent. I haven't seen like any crazy hand traps this hand opening. I'm just gonna shuffle again and see if we open any hand traps, but let's assume that I'm not gonna play. I'm just gonna show you guys the hand. So normally separate this, guys. Okay, that's what I like to do. Make sure put them in different spots so you can draw all 3 together. Okay, here we go. Now let's punch the cut, and then we're gonna roll a dice. Let's roll again so you guys can see. Okay, it's a 3. So 1, 2, oops, sorry, that's the bottom of the deck. And then we draw. Wow, that is interesting. I will not activate this because if they ash, you gotta pass your turn, but you have a full combo right here. Besides everything, you can activate this, and it adds your I'm not gonna go into the combo, but I'm just gonna explain. Wait, I have Cyber Repair Plant in hand, so you're gonna go into Cyber Emergency, and then you have a full combo already. Or you can even add the trap to your hand. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, this deck is really consistent. I really like it, and it helps win a lot of games and bait opponents negate and full combos all the time. Thanks so much, guys. If you guys liked the video, hit the like button, and yeah, love you guys, and you guys have a great day. See ya.